Good afternoon, guys. This morning I had to go take care of my class schedule, get all my classes figured out for next semester. Looks like pretty good. Good for me in the spring. Be able to work around here a lot. I got one class on Tuesday, and Thursday's completely off. So that's great. That means I'll get to be able to be around the farm a lot over the spring and the summer. Might get to have some fun with it. But now we're back over here at Bridgeport, where we're working in, or we're gonna go back here to the back and kind of work on some stuff. I guess I'll go ahead and tell you guys what my class schedule is, or what it is. But on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have all my classes before noon. I only have 2 ag classes this semester, which sucks, but it's the nature of the beast. I gotta have all my generals done before I can start on my classes. Next semester, after this coming semester, I should be good on my generals, and I'll be able to start jumping into more ag classes, start to learn some stuff, hopefully. I don't know. The only ag classes I've really had so far have just been kind of to get by, or they've just been trying to kind of get me by. Hopefully we can get into some good stuff here eventually, and I can bring some stuff back to the farm from it, and be able to teach some people some stuff, and teach you guys some stuff. Maybe we'll all be able to learn something out of it, who knows. But that's my whole goal of going to college. I'm going for a bachelor's degree in agriculture. Not sure if I'm going to Purdue or just staying at VU yet. Vincennes University is a really good school, and it has a really good ag program. But Purdue also has a very good, very well-known ag program. So it's kind of got me on like a hump. I've been told many times to go to Purdue, and I've also been told many times to just stay at VU. The only problem with it is Purdue is really expensive compared to VU. VU is a community college, and Purdue is not. So that's about the only thing that's kind of got me up in the air, and plus just the fact of the matter of being away from home, not being able to experience our farm grow over the years and stuff. And I mean, just over the past few years, it's just been amazing. I mean, to be able to see and watch and learn from my dad and my family and everything. So it's just kind of one of them things where it's like, what do I want to do? So we'll just have to wait and see. It's very hard for me to make a decision right now, like right off the top of my head. So, I mean, I'm sure that everybody else has been through that too, and they all know, like, it's very hard to make the decision. So we'll see. But like I said, VU also has a very good ag program, so if I just stay at VU, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't feel like I missed out on anything, and plus I'd be able to take a lot more classes based on what I want to do. So we'll just have to see what happens over the next year or two, but I'll keep you guys posted on it. I know that you guys are really supportive of me. I thank you guys for that. So, but yeah, we're just out here strolling around in the excavator. So the one thing I want you guys to realize about this farm over here is that I've never really kind of explained to you is, over the past few years, we've done a lot of work on this farm, on this particular field. We've spent a lot of resources and a lot of time over here doing it. We've put a lot of tile in over the years and a lot of different stuff, and as we keep going, it just keeps getting better. So this field we've had for quite some time now. Ever since we started working it, we've been working on it with excavators and backhoes and all that stuff, trying to get all these washes filled in. And what really screws us over is this field is just a constant slope all the way to the bottom. Before we started doing work, you couldn't take a tractor, a sprayer, or a planter or anything and just drive straight across the field and only have to swerve a little bit and get to the end of the field. You had to go left, right, left, right, left, right, all around the field just to get to the back of the field. Now we've got it to a point to where we can go all the way across the field with minimal washes and have to swerve minimal amount of times. Over the past few years, that has helped us out a lot in farming this farm. This farm is like a 200-some acre patch over here, and we've walked almost every inch of it with these excavators. A lot of it has to do with the fact of the matter that we're just trying to simply get it to a good spot to where once we farm it, we're comfortable farming it because we can go from end to end of the field. It's got, like I said though, it's gotten a lot better over the years, and I mean, as you can see, this is all flat down here besides this one little slough there that I filled in the other day. So we've slowed down the water movement a lot. Between slowing down the water and moving it to a different place from where it was going, it is now, or putting it underground basically before it goes on top, has slowed down the water flow a lot, and it's really got to a point to where we can farm it a lot better now, a lot more efficiently. Like used to, we'd come over here and I'd come and spray it. It'd take me 2 or 3 days to spray it. I mean, that's like I can spray it 700-800 acres in a day if I get a good spot, but now we got it down to where I can spray it in a day. I mean, I can come over here and I can just get it done pretty quick compared to what we used to do on it. This is one of our trickier fields. It's one of our fields that if you're gonna run in it, you gotta know it. If you're gonna drive across it, you gotta know the field pretty well. And I've kind of started to learn the field over the years. So we're going to the back here, and there's a sewer back here, and we're gonna take this excavator and we're going to pull dirt off the ditch banks. I done some yesterday. We're gonna pull dirt off the ditch banks and put it on top of the sewer to give it more dirt on top of the sewer. For one, make it a lot smoother and a lot more comfortable to drive across, and whenever you look at it, you won't be scared that you're gonna fall through it. So for a lot of our sewers in places like this, what we do is we use oil tanks, old oil tanks for big ditches like this. So I want you guys to take a look at this and tell me what you think, because I think that looks like a crushed sewer. Which, yeah, that's fine, because that means that we get put more dirt on top of it. But will that let all the water that we need to flow through here flow? That might be an issue. So I know we have another tank at home, but it's just whether or not we want to pull this one out and put a new one in. I doubt Dad will want to do it right now. I'd say he'll want to wait to do it, but this will probably get us by for another couple of years at least. I don't think it'll get us by that long before it completely falls in. Then we have another issue on top of that. But we'll probably have to be thinking about something different for this in the future. I mean, if you look at that, it just, this is a pretty big ditch. So we'll have to see what happens in the next couple years, but for now it'll work. It'll have to do. We can drive across it. That's all that matters, so we can get back here for now. And then once it does go the rest of the way, we'll have to find out a plan B. So now we gotta cross this ditch because there's a wash right over there that runs straight up through that field, and I don't want to walk the excavator all the way around, so we're going to try and cross this thing. Probably gonna stick the GoPro right up here on the corner, or stick it outside, and that way you guys can see. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my controls here, and I'm going to pick up the front of the excavator and go across where the water's running. They'll swing around and do the same thing on the back side. Goal of doing something like that is to avoid disrupting the water flow in that ditch. so you don't leave tracks in the bottom of the ditch where the water's flowing. You use the bucket and the tracks, and basically all your hands and feet are doing, basically to stop from disrupting the water flow and to keep that constant water flow in there. Plus, I'm very good at running an excavator, if you can't tell. I do this a lot. I started off with the Mini, learning to run the Mini and stuff. And then I kind of worked my way up after a few years. Dad kind of started letting me run this thing. And this is my dad's like favorite toy on the farm. Playing in the dirt, so we can move a bunch of dirt with this thing. And really, it's kind of overkill for what we do with it right now, or like in areas like this. But there is some places and sometimes where we need a bigger one, if anything. We had a smaller one before this one. We also have a 790 back home that's always sitting out back. A lot of people ask about it quite often, actually. And then we also have another excavator, or we had another excavator, and we got rid of it whenever we bought this one. We bought this one at an auction. It was a construction company's for a long time. Has a lot of hours on it. We bought it with like 3,000 hours, and we've almost doubled that. It's a very, very useful machine to have on a farm like ours, though. It's something I think every farmer needs if they can afford one, is an excavator. Because not only is it good for moving dirt and stuff like this, saves you a lot of money with a construction company if you gotta do stuff like this, but it also, if you get a tractor stuck, you can take this thing and dig it out. We've had to do that before. My dad has buried a 9410R all the way up the front of the, or basically all the way up to the fenders. The back two tires were completely underground. The front left was about 3/4 of the way underground, and then the other front corner was up in the air. We used the Mini to dig it out, to dig out the back tires, and then we used two 9460Rs to pull on it and get it out. He had his corn planter behind it. It was like Memorial Day weekend or something like that. It was trying to get done. We was in a hurry. We was in a really big hurry. Wasn't paying attention and fell down that hole. He's done that 3 or 4 other times in the past like 20 years, he says. And if you ask him about it face to face, he won't admit that he done it. But I have pictures to prove it. There's a lot of moving parts on this thing, that's for sure. You can hear them all. They're getting a little bit squeaky today. Probably wouldn't hurt to give them some grease. Dad just greased it earlier. I don't know if he got them all or not. Oh, and also, I'm wearing my tool-free glasses. Didn't know if you could see that or not, but I'm wearing my tool-free glasses. So remember to check that out. I absolutely love running the excavator. It's like my favorite thing to do. In case you guys couldn't tell, I just hit my face on the camera too. So the one thing about this farm is it's pretty common to run into pretty good sized ditches or washes like this one that kind of turned into a ditch over time. So this one here, I'm 6 foot tall and it's about at my waist, right up in there. So it's probably about 3 foot deep. As you go up there a little bit farther, it gets to about 5 foot deep. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take this massive machine here, and I'm just gonna scrape all that dirt down there. And then I'll go to the other side and I'll do the same thing and scrape all that dirt down into here to fill this in. Now what that'll do is, it'll eliminate this for now until we can fix it. Me and Dad have been talking about it. And what we wanna do with this one, because of the location of it and how this like waterway sort of thing here is structured, we think that we'll be able to go through, go up there on top of the hill where water comes down the hill about halfway, put in a terrace and a riser, run the tile down there, put in another riser and a terrace here, and run it that way. Take this ditch out right here, or whatever you want to call it, cover it up, farm right through all of this. Now, yeah, that's only like another little bit, but still, I got a 100-foot wide sprayer. There's trees there, and I couldn't get over here before because of this wash. So I had to fold up just to go back there whenever we can make this work. Somehow, shape, way, or form, we'll get it and we'll make it work. And then that'll also eliminate the issue of, on this corner right here, whenever we're going through picking it, we're knocking down more corn whenever we're picking it than what we should be. So therefore we can go straight with the corn planter that way, instead of having to turn and go this way and then curve it all the way around and go back up the hill. So we'll be able to maximize efficiency and minimize time. So it's all this is. It's just one big game. Yeah, I know. It's a fun game to play, let me tell you. Now I ran into an issue. I didn't think about this, but how am I gonna get back over there? I didn't want to get down in the ditch again, but I guess I got to. So I'm getting ready to head home. Dad's still out there playing with the excavator. I'm done. His truck's there, so I'm gonna go head home. That's probably gonna be all for this video. So if you guys would please remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment down below if you got any questions, comments, concerns. Follow the farm Instagram, Facebook page, and I guess we'll catch you guys in the next one.